Have you ever stopped to ask yourself why certain people remain calm and centered, even when life throws chaos their way, while others seem to fall apart at the first sign of trouble? Today, we're going deep into a timeless philosophy that's been embraced by ancient warriors and modern minds alike, Stoicism. This isn't just some trendy self-help idea. It's a time-tested way of living that has helped countless people face life's storms with strength and clarity. Picture this: standing face to face with your worst fears and your hardest trials, yet you feel grounded, calm, and purposeful. That's what Stoicism offers. It teaches you how to find inner peace, not just during quiet moments, but right in the middle of life's mess. In this video, we're breaking down how this ancient philosophy can radically shift not just your mindset, but the way you live, the way you respond, and how you find meaning in your everyday life. If you've ever felt like you're strapped into a roller coaster you never signed up for, today's dive into Stoic thinking might just be the anchor you've been searching for. But before we explore this powerful transformation, do me a quick favor. Tap that like button, share this video with someone who could use a little more strength in their life, and hit subscribe for more content designed to shift your perspective and empower your mind. And remember, watching this all the way through without skipping could be the first step toward a more resilient, focused, and peaceful version of you. Decision number 1. Embracing discomfort as a teacher. Imagine your cozy bed for a moment, your ultimate retreat, your perfect haven. Now picture choosing to leave that warmth an hour earlier every morning. Why would you do that? Perhaps to sit in silence, meditate, or fit in that early workout. It sounds tough, right? But think about what this discipline can do for you. It's like working out your willpower, showing yourself that you're capable of doing hard things. And the hardest part? It's often just getting started. Seneca, the Stoic legend, had a powerful approach to life. He would often live as if he had nothing. Simple food, basic clothes. Why? It wasn't a search for misery, but a lesson in perspective. By embracing simplicity, he learned to find joy not in possessions, but in his own resilience. He showed us that happiness doesn't hinge on external circumstances. What Seneca and Stoicism teach us here is crucial. We need to redefine our relationship with comfort and fear. Comfort isn't always our friend. Sometimes it's a gilded cage that prevents us from realizing our true potential. When we step outside our comfort zone, we don't just build endurance, we rediscover our strength, our ability to adapt and to thrive. So what does embracing discomfort look like in everyday life? It's in the small choices, taking the stairs instead of the elevator, having that tough, honest conversation instead of avoiding it, skipping the extra hour of TV for some quality time with a book or a loved one. These small decisions may seem insignificant, but together they lead to profound change. And here's the key. This isn't about being stoic just for the sake of it. It's about finding a deeper, more lasting contentment, a peace that comes from within, no matter what's going on around us. When we embrace discomfort as a teacher, we're not just learning to survive life's ups and downs. We're learning how to thrive through them. So as you go about your day, ask yourself this: where can you choose a bit more discomfort? Where can you push yourself just a little further? Remember, it's outside that warm, familiar comfort where we find our true strength. That's what Stoicism is all about, tapping into the power within us. Decision number 2, actively welcoming challenges. To live a life that isn't just comfortable, but truly meaningful. Picture your muscles for a moment. If you never challenge them, they won't get stronger. They need resistance. They need difficulty. The same holds true for our personal growth. When life throws us into the deep end, it's not just a chance to survive. It's our opportunity to learn how to swim, not merely float. Take this scenario. You've got a big project at work. It's overwhelming, way outside your comfort zone. You could easily view it as a burden, something to get through. But what if you shifted your perspective? What if you saw it as a chance to stretch yourself, to learn new skills, to discover talents you never knew you had? This is exactly what Epictetus, the Stoic philosopher, was getting at when he said, "Difficulties show us who we really are. Challenges are like mirrors reflecting our current state, but also forges where we shape ourselves into something stronger." How do we put this into action? It starts with a mindset shift. Next time you're hit with a challenge, pause for a moment. Instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this?" Embrace the struggle, not as an enemy, but as a teacher. Every challenge is a puzzle, not there to defeat you, but to help you grow, to push you beyond your limits. This isn't just theoretical, it's practical. It's everyday life. That presentation you're dreading, it's an opportunity to improve your public speaking. The tough conversation you're avoiding, it's a chance to build better communication and empathy. Even something as simple as a challenging workout can help you grow discipline and resilience. This Stoic approach to challenges completely transforms how we experience life. Instead of being passive victims of our circumstances, we become active participants in our growth. It's empowering, isn't it? To realize that each challenge is helping to shape a stronger, wiser version of you. Remember, it's not about seeking suffering or making life harder than it needs to be. It's about finding the hidden value in every obstacle and using it to our advantage. By welcoming challenges, we're not just preparing for life's difficulties, we're actively shaping ourselves through them. So the next time life throws a curveball your way, take a deep breath and remind yourself, this is an opportunity to grow. Embrace it, learn from it, let it make you stronger. That's the Stoic way. Turning every challenge into a stepping stone on the path to becoming the best version of ourselves. And when you're in the middle of a heated argument with a friend or loved one, it's so easy to get trapped in your own perspective. To be so focused on your own point of view that you stop really hearing the other person. This is where Stoicism offers a breath of fresh air. It reminds us to pause, take a step back, and truly try to understand where the other person is coming from. Decision number 3. Choosing empathy in communication is all about seeing the world through someone else's eyes, feeling what they feel, and understanding their experience. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor and philosopher, once said that we should reflect on our own faults before pointing out those of others. This isn't about self-blame, but about recognizing our shared humanity. We're all imperfect, we're all fallible. When we start from this place of understanding, empathy comes naturally. So how does this work in real life? It's simple, but profoundly impactful. Next time you're in a conversation, especially a tough one, make a conscious effort to truly listen. Don't just wait for your turn to speak, actively listen. Try to understand their perspective, their emotions, and their motivations. Ask yourself, why might they feel this way? What's driving their words? It's not about agreeing with them or changing your position. It's about acknowledging their experience and respecting where they're coming from. Empathy in communication is a powerful tool. It turns conflicts into meaningful conversations, adversaries into allies, and builds bridges where there were once walls. What's truly beautiful is that empathy doesn't just improve our relationships with others, it brings us inner peace. When we engage with others from a place of empathy, we reduce conflict, understand people more deeply, and create a harmonious environment around us. But here's the magic of choosing empathy. It changes us. We become more patient, more understanding, and more connected. We begin to see the world not just in black and white, but in a full spectrum of colors, emotions, experiences, perspectives. This is what Stoicism is all about. Finding harmony within ourselves and with the world around us. So, next time you find yourself butting heads with someone, remember this Stoic wisdom. Take a deep breath, step into their shoes, and open the door to understanding. By choosing empathy in our communication, we're not just building better relationships, we're helping to build a more compassionate world. The core idea here isn't just to tolerate whatever life throws at us, but to embrace it with a positive, open spirit. It's about finding value, lessons, and opportunities in every situation, no matter how challenging it might appear. Think about this. A project you've poured your heart into suddenly gets canceled. Your first reaction might be frustration, disappointment, maybe even anger, and that's completely natural. But what if, in the midst of that setback, there's a hidden doorway to something new, something better than you originally imagined? This is where Stoicism comes in, teaching us to find the silver lining in every cloud. It's not about loving suffering or denying the pain that comes with setbacks. Instead, it's about seeing these moments as opportunities, chances to grow, to pivot, and to explore paths we might not have considered otherwise. Decision number 4. Embracing fate with joy is all about shifting our mindset, moving from seeing things as losses to recognizing them as opportunities for growth. Let me give you an example. You've been working tirelessly on a project, and suddenly, out of the blue, it's canceled. In that moment of disappointment, pause. Could this be an opportunity to reassess your goals, sharpen your skills, or dive into something you've been putting off because you were too busy? This Stoic mindset isn't about unrealistic optimism. It's about being open to the possibilities that every change brings. It's about making the best of every situation, no matter how unexpected. This principle is beautifully captured by the concept of amor fati, a Latin phrase that translates to love of fate. It's about embracing everything that happens in life, the good, the bad, and everything in between. It's about loving life as it comes, not just as we wish it would be. By adopting this mindset, we turn every situation, even the seemingly negative ones, into a force for growth in our lives. So how can we practice this in our daily lives? Start by reflecting on a recent challenge or unexpected change. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can this help me grow? It could be as simple as a delayed flight that gives you the time to read a book you've been neglecting, or a job rejection that opens the door to a career path you hadn't considered. Embracing fate with joy isn't just a mindset, it's a powerful decision that transforms our perspective. Instead of being thrown off course by life's changes, we learn to ride the waves, finding joy and opportunity in the unexpected. This Stoic mindset doesn't just help us cope with life's twists and turns. It empowers us to thrive through them. So the next time life throws you a curveball or presents an unexpected turn, remember this Stoic wisdom. Take a deep breath, embrace the situation with joy, and look for the hidden opportunities. It's often in these moments that we find our greatest strengths and most valuable lessons. That's the beauty of embracing fate with joy. It turns every experience, no matter how tough, into a stepping stone toward a richer, more fulfilling life. Seneca, one of the great Stoic thinkers, was a strong advocate of this. He had a daily habit of reflecting on his day, reviewing what he did well and where he could have done better. This wasn't about beating himself up over mistakes. It was about learning, about growing a little each day. It's like having a personal debrief every night, a moment to check in with yourself, to ensure you're on the right path. So how can we bring this practice into our daily lives? It's simpler than you might think. Carve out a little time each day, maybe just before bed, to reflect on your day. Ask yourself key questions. What did I do well today? Where could I have reacted differently? What did I learn? This practice isn't about dwelling on the past or overthinking, but about learning and growing from every experience. Decision number 5. The practice of mindful reflection is all about taking stock of our actions in a constructive, forward-thinking way. It turns each day into a classroom where every interaction, every decision, and every moment becomes a lesson in how to be a better version of ourselves. It's about recognizing our achievements. And yes, we all have them, even if they are as simple as making someone smile. But it's also about acknowledging our missteps, not to dwell on them, but to learn from them. Imagine you had a tough conversation at work. Instead of just moving on and forgetting about it, take a moment during your reflection time to think it over. Could you have been more empathetic? Was there a moment when you could have listened more intently, or perhaps spoken up when it mattered most? This kind of reflection helps us develop better communication skills, emotional intelligence, and a deeper understanding of both ourselves and the people around us. Here's where Stoicism anchors us. By reflecting daily, we align ourselves more closely with the Stoic virtues: wisdom, courage, justice, and temperance. We become more aware of our actions and their impact, learning to make choices that resonate more harmoniously with these virtues. The beauty of this practice is that it builds over time. Each day of reflection adds up, slowly shaping us into wiser, more thoughtful, and more compassionate individuals. It's about progress, not perfection. As we reflect, we learn, and as we learn, we grow. I encourage you to embrace the practice of mindful reflection. Make it a part of your daily routine. It doesn't have to be long. Even just a few minutes each day can make a huge difference over time. You'll start to notice changes within yourself. You'll become more attuned to your actions and their ripple effects, and you'll find yourself growing in ways you never expected. Remember, every day is a new opportunity to learn, to grow, and to move closer to the person you want to become. And that's the heart of Stoicism. Continually striving to be our best selves, one day, one reflection at a time. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor and philosopher, once shared a beautiful insight. He said that the best retreat is not found in the mountains, on the beaches, or in some quiet countryside. It's found in our own minds, through mindful reflection and inner growth. Decision number 6. Peace and clarity aren't found in some distant place or retreat. They reside within our own minds. This is profound because it teaches us that we don't need to physically escape to find peace. We can cultivate it right here, in stillness, no matter where we are. So how do we tap into this stillness? How do we find that retreat within? It begins by carving out moments in our day for quiet reflection. This could take the form of meditation, a fantastic way to calm the mind and center our thoughts. But meditation doesn't have to be formal. It can be as simple as a quiet walk early in the morning, when the world is still asleep, or late at night under the stars. It could even be as simple as sitting quietly with a cup of coffee, away from your phone, away from your computer, just letting your mind wander and breathe. In these moments of stillness, something magical happens. We begin to hear our own voice more clearly. Not the reactive, impulsive voice that responds to every external trigger, but the deeper, wiser voice that often gets drowned out by the noise of our busy lives. This is where we find clarity. This is where we connect with our inner wisdom, where we can reflect on our lives, our choices, and our paths, gaining insights that might have been elusive in the midst of the chaos. But there's even more to it. In these quiet moments, we are not just connecting with ourselves, we're disconnecting from the chaos of the world around us. It's a way to recharge, to reset, like pressing pause on the constant stream of demands and distractions, giving us a chance to simply be, rather than always doing. And here's the Stoic anchor in all of this. Marcus Aurelius and other Stoic thinkers believed that tranquility and wisdom come from within. They understood that the external world is full of things we can't control, but how we respond to them, how we process them, that's within our control. And often, the best responses, the wisest insights, come when we're in a state of calm, not chaos. So I encourage you to seek out moments of stillness in your day. It doesn't have to be hours on end. Just a few minutes can make a world of difference. Use this time to listen to your inner self, to find your center, to gain clarity and insight. Decision number 7. Balancing control and surrender. Over time, these moments of stillness will become a sanctuary, a powerful source of strength and wisdom that you can carry with you throughout the hustle of daily life. Remember, in the stillness lies wisdom, and in the quiet, we find the answers we've been seeking. So take that time. Find that quiet space within yourself, and let the magic of stillness guide you toward greater clarity, understanding, and peace. That's the Stoic way, finding tranquility and wisdom, not by escaping the world, but by discovering a peaceful retreat within it. This principle is deeply rooted in Stoicism. The Stoics believed in focusing our energies on what we can control, our actions, our thoughts, our responses. Everything else we learn to accept, to go with the flow. It's like being the captain of a ship. You can't control the sea or the weather, but you can steer the ship, adjust the sails, and keep moving forward. So how do we practice this balance in our daily lives? It begins with self-awareness. When things don't go according to plan, take a moment to assess. Is this something I can change? If it is, take action. If it's not, that's your cue to practice surrender. Let go and trust that things will unfold as they should. This doesn't mean giving up or being passive. It's a mindful, strategic approach to life. It's about recognizing that stressing over things we can't change is like trying to stop the waves with our bare hands. It's futile and exhausting. Instead, we learn to ride the waves, adapt, and find peace even in the midst of chaos. This balance of control and surrender brings a profound sense of peace. It's truly liberating. When we stop trying to control everything, we free ourselves from unnecessary stress and anxiety. We focus our energies on what truly matters, on what we can influence, and the things we can't control. We learn to accept them, to flow with them, not against them. Marcus Aurelius once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." That's the essence of this decision. Finding strength in acceptance, understanding the limits of our control, and focusing our power where it truly matters. So as you go about your day, remember this Stoic wisdom. Embrace what you can control and learn to let go of what you can't. Find that balance and watch how it transforms your life. You'll find a sense of calm in knowing that while you can't control everything, you can control the most important thing: yourself, your reactions, your mindset. Balancing control and surrender is a powerful way to navigate life. It helps us stay grounded, focused, and at peace, even when the world around us is anything but. And that is the key to a life well lived, a life of wisdom, tranquility, and true happiness. The Stoic way. And there you have it. 7 life-changing decisions anchored in the timeless wisdom of Stoicism. Each one a step toward not just understanding life's complexities, but mastering the art of living. Remember, it's not just about the knowledge we gather, but how we apply it in our everyday lives. Every moment, every challenge, every joy is an opportunity to practice these principles and grow a little more. As we wrap up this journey today, I want you to take a moment and think about how these decisions can fit into your life. How can they transform the way you see the world, how you interact with others, and most importantly, how you view yourself? Remember, the path to wisdom isn't a sprint. It's a lifelong marathon, filled with learning, unlearning, and growing. If this video resonated with you, if it sparked something inside, I invite you to dive deeper. Right here on the screen, you'll see our playlist on Stoicism, a collection of insights and practices to help you navigate the seas of life with more grace, strength, and wisdom. Go ahead, click on it, and continue your journey toward a more mindful, resilient, and fulfilled life. Thank you for sharing your time with me today. Remember, every day is a new chapter in your story. Make it a good one. Stay wise, stay strong, and keep walking the Stoic path.